looking at, again, the biggest crowd that this stadium has ever held. We're going to witness that match between John McEnroe and Jimmy Connors. And Tony, I know you know both of these players so very well. You know their styles of play. McEnroe has played Davis Cup for you, so has Connors in years past. What do you think?
Well, Pat, it's going to be, I think, a very close match, and it should be very interesting. McEnroe has a better serve. He slices the ball. He can cut it away from you. He can cut it into your body, and he can also serve it the other side. So he definitely has an edge as far as the serve is concerned. His ground strokes at times are not as penetrating as Connors. They both sometimes are a little bit erratic. You know what Jimmy's going to do. He's going to hit it as hard as he can hit it, as long as he can go. And I think we'll see that John McEnroe will try to hit some, as we call it, garbage. He'll slice some balls, try to keep it short and low so that Jimmy can't really hit it when he has to attack. He'll try to give him some floaters to make Connors create the pace.
There were some nasty times between these two at Wimbledon this year. Unpleasant times. They came off as not really caring too much about each other, disliking each other perhaps. Do you think there's still some bad feeling between the two?
Well, you know, they're the two top players in the United States, and John McEnroe has displaced Jimmy Connors as the #1 in America, and that doesn't make Connors very happy. They both are unique personalities. They're not ashamed to say what's on their minds. And as a result, I'm sure there is a little bit of bad blood.
Jimmy has said many times over and over that this is the most important championship in the world to him. It's a championship he's won in the even number of years, 74, 76, 78. This, of course, is 80. He loves New York. He likes to play here. John McEnroe lives here in Douglaston, not too far from the stadium, as a matter of fact. So it obviously means a lot to him, too.
Well, I think that as an American, your own national championship would be the most important. That is not to belittle or put down Wimbledon or the French or the Australian, but
I know
as a player myself, the American championship meant so very much to me because that was a championship in my own country.
Well, both of these, obviously, it means an awful lot. Not much left to wonder about how much it means to either one of those then.
That's really true. You know, I think one thing that we should watch for, Pat, is to see how well McEnroe serves. If he gets a high percentage of first serves in, I think he'll be very effective. If he does not serve so well, then his overall game seems to go down a little bit.
That's what happened to McEnroe on his way to the semifinals, where he is now. And that's who he's defeated. Ivan Lendl, Pascal Port, Meyer, Krulewicz. Hasn't been an easy draw for him.
In the process, he only lost 2 sets, 1 set each in 2 different matches. So he lost 1 to Ricky Meyer and 1 to Ivan Lendl. Jimmy Connors, on the other hand, has only lost 1 set getting into the semifinals. That already doesn't mean that much. There's how Connors got there. Marcel Freeman was one of his first victim. Butch Waltz, Moore, Mitten, and Telcher. And that is all, that's history now, and what both players here are obviously interested in is how well they're going to play today and who's going to get it. You have ideal conditions. It's sunny. It's not that hot. There's not very much wind at all. A capacity house, and if you can't get pumped up and get the adrenaline going here, I don't know what'll do it for you.
Well, you won it twice yourself. I just wonder what's going through the mind of those two players down there.
Well, you know, I think without question they're both a little jittery, Pat. They've got to be a little nervous. I think it'll take them a game or 2 to settle in. And I know if you serve first, you hope to play a good, solid game, get that first one under your belt, and from then on, you pretty well just get your game plan.
You're talking about prize money here of $46,000 to whoever gets to the finals and wins it. And either one of these two, McEnroe or Connors, will face Bjorn Borg as he continues down the road to the Grand Slam of tennis, which has only been done, as you know, as far as men are concerned, 3 times, twice by Laver, once by Bud. But I guess when you get to this level, and both of these players obviously very financially successful, and money is not even a factor, is it?
No, it really isn't. The title is much more important to them. You know, Connors won over $1 million in prize money alone last year. I'm saying McEnroe. Connors was 600 and some thousand just in prize money. So they've got plenty of money. It is the big title. It's sort of like Nicklaus syndrome in golf. He wants to win the big ones.
Right. You look at Connors, as I'm sure you have, as they're loosening up on the court right now. And you do see that he has a beard. It looks a little different. It's not because he is trying to emulate Borg. It's not because he's trying to prove anything. It's just that he has had some rash on his face. And every time it shaves, every time he shaves, it seems to irritate it.
2 minutes, gentlemen.
Plus, I think now that he's grown as much as he got there, he says he likes it. He says his wife likes it. He says his son likes it. So that's about all you have to please, I guess.
I guess that's right. You know, age-wise, Pat, Connors is 28, a veteran, been around a long time. McEnroe's 21. John McEnroe's 5'11", Connors is 5'10". McEnroe 165 pounds, Connors 155 pounds. So they're much the same size. They'll both cover the court well. I really think that McEnroe has a few more different types of shots and can vary his game more than Jimmy Connors can, and that could be the difference in this match.
How difficult is there a stadium, or was there a stadium when you were playing that might be similar to this one? This one, as we've called and mentioned before, the players have called it an ant bed. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of noise. The airplanes. Is there a stadium that you think can you think of that might compare with
1 minute, gentlemen.
Not really, Pat. I'm trying to think of the major areas. Wimbledon, of course, is seats about 15,000 in the center court. They're very quiet when points are going on. A controlled crowd.
5 tiebreaker sets.
The French is a big stadium, but it's also a controlled
Connors
situation. There are a lot of exits. So you don't have to walk along by the courts. In Australia, when we played Davis Cup in '54, they had 25,500 people a day. A lot of that were temporary seating that was built for that particular tie, and they were literally told when they could leave and when they could get up. There is Nesta, who you know, is on the twilight of his playing career, but is still a crowd pleaser. And he obviously loves to watch tennis because he's been out here every day, even when he was not playing. And he is, of course, with Jimmy Connors. Nastase won the U.S. Open doubles in 1975. They won the Wimbledon doubles in '73, and all through the French in '73. So he is a very interested spectator.
In the event you might have joined us late, Chris Everett Lloyd has won the singles crown. She beat Hanna Mandlikova, Czechoslovakia, in 3 sets. Bjorn Borg is in already the men's finals. He beat Johan Kriek. A very unique match. It was 4-6, 4-6, 6-1, 6-1, 6-1.
And also, I guess you could call it coincidentally, after Chris Lloyd lost the first set to Hanna 7-5, she came back and won those 2 sets, the next 2 sets, 6-1, 6-1. So
Mr. John
6-1 is a
McEnroe
popular number, at least in those first 2 matches.
Ready.
And we're about to go with John McEnroe in the far court to serve first. And Pat, I'm going to just make a little guess with you. I'm going to say he's going to hit his first serve to the right-hand side of Jimmy Connors. Now, what would be the forehand of a right-handed player?
Well, so far you're betting 1,000.
No, I won't say anything else.
Jammed him with that one.
Love.
That's one of the things that the good tennis players learn to do. They try to jam the other player a lot of the time, and conversely, that receiver will learn which way to step around that ball so it doesn't keep chasing them. Step to the other side, let it clear your body, then you have a fair swing at it.
Good strong serve.
30 love.
McEnroe and his partner Peter Fleming were in the doubles finals as well. Lost to Stan Smith and Bob Lutz. 5 sets that was.
Head to head, Jimmy Connors has an 8-5 advantage over John McEnroe. But 4 of those wins were up to 1978 before McEnroe really came into his own.
Really hasn't been a good summer for Connors either. Till now, at least.
Most other people would like to have the summary set. If Connors serves second serves real wide in this ad court, I'm sorry, if McEnroe does, Connors will walk the line and return. It's tough to get to it.
40-15.
McEnroe's already shaking his head. We're still in the first game. Such a perfection. If he misses the first serve, he's mad at himself. Just long.
McEnroe.
Game to McEnroe. He wins first game, first set against Connors.